So I'm going to open up his microphone, I think, to Lillian first, and then there'll be other representatives from the family.
Thank you, Reverend Peter, for taking the time to come today. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining my family in remembering and celebrating my mother's life. How do you talk about a woman whose life spanned almost a century? This made me reflect on what a remarkable woman my mother, Lowkeen, was. My mother survived the devastating floods of a little village in southern China when she was only a few months old. Can you picture a woman holding a baby on a rooftop surrounded by water? That was the image of my grandmother cradled in my mother. In 1929, mother's arranged marriage took place to a dashing young man who came from South Africa. It took place with a great deal of pomp and ceremony in the village of Guangzhou. She was carried in a sedan chair and wore a glittering headdress, which denotes wealth in those days. However, it was not for 3 years before she was able to join her young husband, Harry Lowkeen. During the waiting period, mother worked in a silk producing factory. My mother sailed for South Africa in 1932. It was difficult for a young bride in a strange country, not knowing a word of English. However, over the years, she coped resourcefully and raised 6 children, 4 daughters and 2 sons, all of whom are present here today. Mother lived through the Depression, World War II, and during apartheid in South Africa. She helped my father in all his business endeavors and was the stabilizing influence. From a humble grocery store, the business expanded into a wholesale operation by the time they retired and immigrated to Canada in 1970 to be close to their children. My parents traveled extensively in the 50s and were in London, England, when Queen Elizabeth II coronation took place. Mother was privileged to experience a world tour visiting many countries. Mother made friends easily wherever she went. She was a gregarious person and showed remarkable sensitivity to people's needs. She had an amazing memory, even right to her last days. She also liked to reminisce about days bygone. She had a fine sense of humor and loved to joke. She enjoyed her mahjong. Unfortunately, she had to give it up when her eyesight failed her. Instead, she enjoyed listening to her many CDs of Chinese operatic music. She loved flowers and was very diligent with a 30-minute daily walk. Of course, after her fall on December 19, 2009, everything changed. Mother moved to Yihong Garden Terrace 5 years ago, which is a residence for independent living seniors. And with her cheerful nature, she made many friends. She enjoyed the get-togethers where a small group would meet each evening after supper to walk, joke, and talk about all kinds of matters, such as health, family, Chinese opera, music, and events. I am happy that the final years at Yihong were delightful ones. She was grateful for the concern shown towards her by the caring staff and residents. From the many condolences which we received within the last few days, I was impressed by my mother's qualities, which my siblings and I took for granted. She was much loved by her family and friends. She made a difference in the lives of many who knew her through her generosity and kindness. I end this poem by Mary Elizabeth Bryan, which I read to my mother before she passed away. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. You should say spring rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. Our family is indeed blessed to have such a remarkable woman whom we call Mother. We love you, Mother.